There is a unique verse in the Gita, a very powerful verse, powerful in the sense that it is embedded with so much powerful meaning, so profound meaning. The verse is Uttama Purushastu Anyaha Paramatmedi Udahrtaha Yo Logatrayam Avishya Vibhartya Avyaya Ishwaraha. Actually, it is a part of the 15th chapter. The preceding verse is Dvavimau Purusho Loke Ksharakshara Evacha Kshara Sarvani Bhutani Kutasto Akshara Uchyate. Dvavimau Purusho Loke Ksharakshara Evacha Ksharak Sarvani Bhutani Kutasto Akshara Uchyate. The meaning is that world consists of two natures. That is, one is the thinker, one is the jiva, the thinker, the I am, the sense of I am, the thought of I am, the ego or the jiva bhava. The other is the object on which you are thinking, the object of your thought, the object on which your thoughts are centered on. So, the sense of I is the Akshara Purusha, while the object of your thought is the Kshara Purusha. Kshara means perishable. So, the objects on which we are thinking, the objects about which we are thinking are the perishable objects, perishable sense perceived objects. The person, the ego or the individuality which is thinking about those objects, the individuality that is thinking about those objects is the I am sense, that is the Akshara Purusha. Now this verse reads that beyond the Akshara Purusha and the Kshara Purusha lies the Uttama Purusha or the transcendental. That is, we are engrossed in the three-dimensional relative world where we think there is the thinker, there is the thought, the thinking process, and the object on which the thoughts are centered on, or the object of the thought. So, this is the triad, Triputi, we call it in Sanskrit, Triputi, or the triad. Now, this Gita verse says that there is another totally different dimension, a whole dimension, wholesome dimension to this relative empirical experience, and that is the experiencer or the consciousness which thinks, the consciousness which has put on the mask of the ego, the consciousness which is masquerading as the ego. So, you are that consciousness, you are neither the object of the thought, neither the thought nor the thinker. You are the consciousness which makes the thought possible, which makes the thinking possible, which makes the thinker, or which masquerades itself as the thinker. You are the substratum on which the thinking process happens. You are the substratum, and the substratum is what? Pure consciousness, unalloyed consciousness, the consciousness which is of the experience of existence. It experiences its own existence. It exists and it knows that it exists. It exists and it knows that it exists. So it is consciousness, self-effulgent consciousness. And a self-effulgent consciousness is the substratum of the relative world. So really speaking, you are that consciousness, neither the thinker nor the object of the thought, nor the thought itself. You are pure consciousness. This is what the Gita says. And the Gita also, Bhagavan also states here that one who recognizes himself, his identity as the fourth dimension, as the consciousness, pure consciousness, the substratum of the whole action, the substratum of the relative realm, he transcends the world, he immerses himself in his own true identity. He goes beyond the world. He ever remembers the Lord as his own identity. God is his own identity. He is inseparable from God and God is inseparable from him. This is true bhakti. Bhagavan says in the last verse, Yo mameva asammudo janadi purushottamam sarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata. One who worships me in the above stated way, he completely gets unified with me and he transcends the world, and he is never subject to any more pain, any more birth or death or any more change. He is never subject to any more mutability. He goes beyond the mortal plane. He becomes an immortal. So, really speaking, this is the essence of all the Shastras. This is the essence of all the Shastras, that you are the fourth dimension, the consciousness on which, the substratum of consciousness on which thoughts arise, they stay, the thinker stays, the thought stays, and the object of the thought also stays. You are the substratum, while these are the phenomenon, the mere appearances that masquerade the consciousness. So, when we get engrossed in the world, we actually forget our true identity and seek for ourselves pain. Thus, by pursuing the phenomenal happiness of the world, we seek for ourselves the pain, and the pain is that we forget our true identity and we create pain for ourselves by